Hi everybody and welcome back to The Lonely Dragon. I'm Joanna Gaskell.
And I'm Edwin Perez. And today we have here Kaja Sadowski from Starlit Citadel Reviews and Fortress Geek.
Hey guys.
Hey, how you doing?
Good.
Good to
Thanks
have
for having
you.
me on the show.
No, thank you for being here. So, why don't you tell us a little bit about Starlit Reviews?
Sure. Starlit Citadel Reviews is a board game review web series that we've been running for a little over 2 years now. we've got over 80 episodes out there. It's a like 7 to 10 minute board game review series. So we'll briefly walk the audience through what it feels like to play a round of the game, you know, give them some gameplay footage, talk about the rules, and then my co-host Joanna and I will give our opinions on the game, you know, whether we think it's good, what kind of audience it's suited for, that kind of thing. It was originally conceived as a way for the company I work for, Starlit Citadel, which is an online board game retailer, to be able to engage with our audience a little bit better, because when you're an online store, you can't really connect with people very well. And this was our way of putting something out there that people could, you know, directly interact with us with. So we wanted to give them a better sense of what they were going to be buying, whether games would be interesting to them, that kind of thing. And it grew. A lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's been really great. It's been really useful. Myself and a couple of friends of mine have always looked into the reviews to see how to play a certain board game. I got a lot of friends who are into board games now, or they get more and more into board games, so it's really useful to have a review that talks you through a game. Yeah, it's awesome. And why don't you tell us a little bit about Fortress Geek and what that's about?
Fortress Geek is a new venture that the same people that are running Starlit Citadel have started. It's another online store, and in this case, instead of selling board games, we're selling, you know, geeky collectibles, t-shirts, plush animals,
Tribbles.
kitchenware, tribbles.
You have
Oh
tribbles.
my god, we have tribbles.
Yes.
And plush companion cubes.
Oh really?
Cutest. I got one for my birthday. And there hasn't really been a place like that in Canada. You know, there's Think Geek down in the States, which is amazing, but anybody who's ever tried to ship something across the border knows how incredibly demoralizing and expensive that can be.
Yeah.
So we wanted to fill that niche up here north of the border. We launched the store back in April. And we've got a couple hundred products at this point. We're sort of slowly growing our inventory based on what people are interested in, what they buy. We occasionally make silly YouTube videos to promote the products we make. They're way, way, way lower budget than Starlit Reviews, and it's just a couple of the warehouse stuff goofing around. But it's been a really neat project that I'm excited about. I love games, but you know, the broader geek community is something I'm also really interested in.
Now do you get discounts?
Of course.
Okay. So what's your
All
favorite
about
little
discounts.
piece of wonderful geek stuff that you've just picked up recently?
Well, I already mentioned the plush companion
Yes,
cubes.
you did.
We also picked up a range of t-shirts put out by a Canadian company actually called Jack of All Trades that licenses Marvel products, and they're little chibi versions of a lot of the Marvel heroes. So I've got two V-neck shirts. One is a little wee Spider-Man, and one is a very angry Thor with his big hammer and with a really big rainbow. They're ridiculously cute and cheesy and wonderful, and yeah, we often get things in that I get very excited about.
Cool.
What's the oddest thing you guys carry that you would say, in your opinion?
The oddest thing. We've got, I guess it's not really odd, we've got a bunch of Hello Kitty stuff, which is a fandom that I don't really get. We've started also getting some weird, like, outdoorsy / gadgety things. So for example, we've got Gamer Grub, which is some kind of horrible energy food. It's maybe it's not horrible. Admittedly, I have not eaten it. It frightens me. It falls into the same category as things like astronaut ice cream and so on, which are cool but weird.
You know what?
I guess dehydrated food is just not my thing.
You know what? I'm sold. I was sold at astronaut food. I'm like, I'll
Gamer
try.
Grub.
The astronaut ice
Gamer
cream is actually
Grub.
tasty. It's just weird.
Okay, so now since you're on here, I have to ask you, what is your favorite board game right now? Right now.
Right now,
I'm not talking about overall because I can't ask you that. I know that.
Thank you. You know what? Right now, I have to say the X-Wing Miniatures game.
Really?
Yeah,
Interesting.
it pushes all of my buttons. You've got the kind of like squad building aspect at the beginning where you get to sit down and work out the stats and figure out what's going to be your optimal thing to get out on the board first. It's like deck building for Magic. And then you've got these gorgeous, gorgeous Star Wars miniatures, and I'm a huge Star Wars geek. I started reading the fantasy novels when I was like 10, so there's a huge amount of nostalgia involved. But it's actually a really fun tactical tabletop game, and like little one-on-one tactical war games are something that I really enjoy. So it kind of hit that sweet spot for me.
Cool, awesome. Okay, and now also you play with swords.
Yes.
Like
I
really
do.
play
really
with swords.
Yes.
And that is not a euphemism for anything.
Yeah.
Yes,
Actually,
no.
you actually fight with swords. You want to tell us a little bit about that?
Sure. I actually recently started teaching as well, so this is an
Yeah.
exciting time. So I train at a school called Valkyrie Western Martial Arts Assembly. We're a small historical fencing school. The man who founded it, Randy Packer, is an incredibly experienced swordsman, but the school itself just started back in December, so we're just about to reach our first year. We're really just starting to grow. And I am developing and teaching our beginner program. So if somebody has never picked up a sword in their life, if it's something that they want to try out for the first time, then I'm the one who's going to be molding them into a sword fighter. And we train with rapiers, which are like 17th century dueling weapons. If you've watched The Three Musketeers, they use rapiers. The big sword fight scene in The Princess Bride, where they're sort of quoting different techniques, they're actually talking about proper historical fencing manuals, and the things that they're fighting with are rapiers. So I've been training with those for almost 4 years now, and it's a big and super fun part of my life.
Okay, so we've got a fight rehearsal coming up. Fernando carries a rapier.
That's right, yes, I saw it in season 2.
What advice can you give me to prepare for this fighting?
To prepare for this fighting.
Yes.
Point the sharp bit at your opponent.
Excellent.
And I mean, that's like it, besides sticking with the pointy end,
Yeah.
your sword is the thing that is keeping you safe from whoever's coming at you, right? If somebody has to get closer to you and they have to move past the point of a 3-foot long sword, that's probably going to make them stick. So, point it at them.
Awesome. Okay.
Great.
So, if you were a grilled cheese sandwich,
If I was a grilled cheese sandwich,
yes, and you had to fight a cucumber sandwich, what would your weapon of choice be and why?
a toothpick. Because if I'm the size of a sandwich, then it is about the right scale for a rapier, and I know how to use one of those.
Good choice.
Huh. That was no hesitation at
Yeah.
all. I'd like to know
I
that.
think you've thought about this before.
Ooh, can I switch to one of those little plastic cocktail swords?
No, you can't.
Nope.
It's too late. No, okay, fine.
I'm tempted to give it to him because that'd be really cool.
Yeah.
I'd love to see that fight.
Between a grilled cheese sandwich and a cucumber.
Yeah, it'd be amazing. Think about it. Really, think about it.
I
I
am.
am. Yeah.
You guys out there, think about it. What would your weapon of choice be?
Thank you so much for coming on the show, Kaja.
Thank you very much for having me.
And we'll see you guys next time on The Lonely Dragon. Actually, before we go, where can we find Fortress Geek and Starlit Citadel?
Yes.
Starlit Citadel is starlitcitadel.com. We've got a selection of about 3,000 different games. I'm sure you'll find something that you like. Fortress Geek is fortressgeek.com. Nice and easy to remember. Yes.
Great. All right, we'll see you next time.
See ya.